They called her unsinkable, designed with a secret flaw that sealed the fate of 500 souls. She was born from ambition, a leviathan of steel, crafted in Belfast's great shipyard. Her interiors were a floating palace, boasting grand staircases, and a Parisian cafe. First-class passengers reveled in unheard-of luxuries, a swimming pool and a Turkish bath. Advanced safety features, like watertight compartments, fueled the myth of her invincibility. But this confidence concealed a fateful calculation, buried deep within her design. Despite having davits for 48 lifeboats, she sailed with only 20. This decision, legal yet lethal, meant lifeboats for just half of those on board. On her maiden voyage, she carried the world's elite and countless emigrants seeking a new life. Yet the North Atlantic held a frozen secret, a field of ice lurking in the dark. Warnings from other ships crackled over the wireless, ignored in the pursuit of speed. At 11:40 p.m., a lone lookout spotted the ghostly white shape of an iceberg. The command hard starboard came too late. The ship's side scraped the frozen wall. The impact was deceptively gentle. This, a faint shudder that belied the catastrophe. Deep below decks, icy seawater began pouring through buckled steel plates. The unsinkable ship had been fatally wounded, her fate sealed in minutes. Captain Smith knew the truth, his face grim as he received the engineer's report. The order was given: uncover the lifeboats and prepare the passengers. But confusion reigned. Many believed the ship was too strong to founder. The ship's band began playing ragtime to maintain a sense of calm. Lifeboat drills had been neglected. The crew was untrained for such a nightmare. The women and children first protocol was called, yet the boats were lowered half empty. Panic began to flicker as the ship's bow began its slow, inexorable descent. The tilt of the decks grew steeper, making the launching of lifeboats a desperate struggle. The colossal propellers lifted from the water, revealing the ship's mortal angle. Lights flickered, died, and then flashed on one last time before utter darkness. A deep, groaning roar echoed as the ship's spine fractured between the third and fourth funnels. The bow section plunged downward, dragging the stern vertically into the sky. For a moment, the stern stood like a tombstone against the star-filled night. Then, it too was swallowed by the silent, freezing blackness. The cacophony of screams from the water was a stark contrast to the previous opulence. Those in the lifeboats rowed away, haunted by the cries they dared not answer. The water was 28 degrees Fahrenheit, granting only minutes before hypothermia set in. The ship Carpathia, racing through the night, arrived as the sun began to rise. It found only lifeboats adrift on a placid sea littered with wreckage. Of the more than 200 souls aboard, fewer than 710 were saved. The world awoke to the shocking news: the unsinkable was gone. Inquiries on both sides of the Atlantic laid bare the tragic oversights. The lack of lifeboats became a symbol of corporate arrogance and failed regulation. New international safety laws were born from the disaster, mandating enough lifeboats for all. The Titanic's wreckage would lie undiscovered on the ocean floor for 73 years. Her story became a permanent warning, a legend of hubris meeting the